Growing up in a home with no religious background, Ninja Turtles, video games, football, baseball, basketball, the quiet kid yet called all kids to the playground. Military town where all colors, creeds, and seeds gathered round. New friends moving in, old friends moving out. Eastbound, westbound, outbound. Will I see them again? Will they ever be found? Some people wait their whole lives waiting for that call, sitting, waiting, pacing, putting all hope and happiness in man. Seasons pass and years fly by. Perhaps this bottle and these drugs will help me understand. Perhaps like on Mario Brothers 3, I'll play a little flute. And land in a new land. A land that has all the answers, where mystical, all-knowing creatures reveal the master plan. Yeah. Back to reality, up there goes gravity. Back to a world full of lies and mass savagery. Scavenging for love, happiness and truth. Seeking the wisdom of the world without the wisdom tooths. A hillbilly, silly last words. Hey y'all, watch this. And then poof. Is that what life's all about? Eating, sleeping, joking, drinking, token, smoking. Porno, sex, and cashing checks. Houses, cars, and dancing with the stars. A few cheap thrills resulting in fleeting happiness. Is that why we're here? Make through of the stars. My soul burning and yearning for peace, love, and truth. Whom do I call? Buddha, Jesus, Brahma, Allah, trees, or the divine mama? Or maybe nothing created everything. Boy, I sure miss my words until you pop in. Then college came calling, class of '03, be free, be all you can be, or I could keep ballin'. D1 interest, no focus, literally under a curse. Didn't realize until many moons later, then the curse was reversed. Back then I wasn't aware of this black magic, tragic, I wasn't rehearsed. A weight of heaviness, aggression, depression, with a pinch of suicidal thoughts. I wish I knew now what I knew back then. Some things are taught, some are caught, in this painstaking journey, whether realized or not. It's all a test for the testimony, a mess for the message, so whomever may hear it, that they may be blessed. There is life and death in the power of the tongue. Words can save lives or take lives. I hope and pray this day these words will save someone. A friendly gesture, a call could be life or death, so consider that call instead of that text. A smile and a few kind words instead of that flex. Apologies for the rabbit trail. Now back to the story. I quit the team, I quit the dream, finished school a few years later, a bachelor's and a master's, but in reality a master of disaster. I couldn't find peace. Patron, porn, and blunts, I was feeding the flesh, I was feeding the beast. Sure, I'd feel great for a while, until darkness increased. Meanwhile, trafficking drugs, chasing paper, hanging with pro athletes, musicians, mafia and thugs, doctors, lawyers, teachers. Were any of us happy, or were we dazed and confused, just seeking a buzz? Temporary peace and joy, it is what it is, it was what it was. Moved from Kansas to Colorado, aiming to flip trees legally. This is the time where the spiritual journey turned up. The time of prophetic dreams, thousands of blunts, joints, bowls burnt up. 10 cities in 10 years, my outer reflected my inner. All over the place, unstable and unable, trying to finish the race. The race to where? I didn't know, I was just taking up space. Then in 2012 there was a shift in the spiritual. I began having vivid dreams, and some would come true. My focus transcended the material. It was something so fresh, it was something so new. I always thought Bill, Ted, and McFly were so cool. Is time travel really possible? Wait, or am I playing the fool? Dreams of my grandma passing, then my grandpa. Sure enough, weeks later it sadly came true. Could it have just been a fluke? And then shortly after, my dad had passed too. Fam thinks I'm crazy, friends hella flaky. It was time to chuck the deuce. Lonely at the top, lonely at the bottom. Been the eagle and the catfish, playing the star and living in the car. So time had passed, and I had a vision of this small mountain town. I proceeded to seek, and I found. I began following what I saw in the spirit. I became somewhat of a spiritual hound. I had sleep paralysis, dark spirits harassing me now. So-called experts dispersing lies and some pills, when in actuality there's a spiritual battle supernaturally happening. Wow. Following the dream, here I was in the middle of nowhere. Small mountain town, 14,000 foot peaks, Clearwater creeks, majestic sunrises, sunsets, Milky Way galaxy, a piece of God's glory to say the very least. So here I was, a place of all religions and traditions, a microcosm of the new age on a small stage. I dibbled and dabbled in it like a buffet. Thought, hey, though strange, it's a new page. Thinking there's one moon, one sun, we're all one. Tantras, mantras, meditation, prostrating, humming mane padme nam myoho renge kyo. And to put it in one lump sum, I felt wise, but I felt dumb. And dumber was a fave flick. Remember when Lloyd put X-Lax in Harry's cup? Only had Viagra. I didn't know if I was coming or going. Guru's teaching enlightenment that you can become all-knowing by obtaining self-realization through Christ consciousness, law of attraction, manifesting, all growing, awakening Kundalini spirit, a serpent, exit the dragon, be water, my friend, keep flowing. Many New Age concepts come from Alice Bailey, Helena Blavatsky, and the Theosophical Society, whose original name was the Lucifer Trust. Highly sus. Time for New Age sobriety. Anxiety. Still filled on whom do I call? Out of the blue, a Buddha Christ Bible comes through. Eightfold Noble Path, Lotus Sutra, the Gospel of Jesus Christ. I thought, nice, 2 peaceful paths I can pursue. Began praying to both. What's there to lose? While researching history and injustice of the world, realizing the world's controlled by a select few, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Freemasons, Jesuits, and the so-called Jews. So here's a key clue. 33rd degree Mason Luciferian Albert Pike wrote in his book Morals and Dogma that Buddha was the first Freemason. The self-enlightenment path, becoming like God, has a foundation in Satan. The same lie the serpent told Eve in the garden. Not a safe place to build your home base in. Now it was clear why we were taught mantras to wrathful deities. We were summoning demons, albeit ignorantly. I had several physical and spiritual visitations, gurus, Trungpa, Yogananda, some dead, some living, truly discerning situations. So who answered the call? Buddha or Jesus? The irony is, one of them was calling me all along, through dreams, signs, synchronicities, nature, people, and songs, correcting my rights and my wrongs. A higher all-knowing, loving power, healing and beseeching me, guiding and teaching me, keeping me from being devoured, so at the right hour, I can tell this story of a lost soul, out of control, on a quest for the ultimate treasure. I found it. I share it, a relationship with the true living God, who loved me, saved me, who I'll love and live with forever. So you see, heaven's a perfect place. So how can an imperfect person enter a perfect place? That is why God sent His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, to die for our sins, to pay our debts, so that we may be cleansed from our unrighteousness. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God sent not His Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through Him might be saved. Will you answer the call?